When the Pentagon investigated TikTok dances, the CIA's Stargate program took government paranoia to completely different levels. Starting in the 1970s, the agency spent over $20 million investigating whether psychics could spy on Soviet military installations using nothing but their minds. This wasn't some fringe research project tucked away in a basement. The Defense Intelligence Agency assigned serious military personnel to test whether people claiming psychic abilities could gather intelligence through remote viewing. The program recruited individuals who claimed they could see distant locations and events without physically being there. These weren't carnival fortune tellers or street corner mystics. The CIA found people who genuinely believed they possessed supernatural abilities and convinced government officials that psychic espionage deserved millions in taxpayer funding. Someone in the intelligence community looked at the Cold War arms race and decided that mind reading might give America a strategic advantage. The remote viewing sessions followed strict scientific protocols that made the whole thing even more absurd. Psychics sat in sterile government facilities while intelligence analysts gave them coordinates or photographs of target locations. The subjects would then describe what they claimed to see at Soviet missile sites, submarine bases, and nuclear facilities. Military personnel with advanced degrees in strategic intelligence took detailed notes, while psychics described visions of Russian military equipment and personnel movements. The CIA developed comprehensive training programs for remote viewing that treated psychic abilities like learnable skills. They created instruction manuals explaining how to enhance supernatural perception and establish performance metrics for measuring psychic accuracy. Government contractors submitted official reports analyzing the effectiveness of different meditation techniques and environmental conditions for optimal remote viewing results. The program included detailed protocols for everything from room temperature to lighting conditions that might affect psychic performance. Intelligence analysts had to evaluate psychic intelligence reports alongside traditional surveillance data. They compared remote viewing descriptions with satellite imagery and human intelligence to assess accuracy rates. The evaluation process required serious military personnel to write official assessments of psychic visions and determine their potential intelligence value. Career officers who normally analyzed enemy troop movements found themselves reviewing reports about supernatural perceptions of Soviet military activities. The Stargate program generated thousands of pages of documentation that read like science fiction disguised as intelligence reports. Remote viewing session transcripts show psychics describing Soviet facilities in elaborate detail, while intelligence analysts asked follow-up questions about military equipment and personnel. The files contain exchanges where government officials seriously discussed whether psychic impressions of enemy installations constituted actionable intelligence. The program's most ambitious operations involved targeting high-priority Soviet military sites. Psychics attempted to gather intelligence about nuclear submarine construction, missile development programs, and strategic weapons facilities. The CIA assigned remote viewers to monitor Soviet military leadership and gather information about defense planning. Intelligence analysts created detailed maps based on psychic descriptions and compared them with existing intelligence about enemy capabilities. Military personnel attempted to verify psychic intelligence through conventional means, which created some incredibly awkward operational situations. Intelligence officers had to explain to their superiors why they were requesting satellite imagery to confirm psychic visions of Soviet military installations. The verification process required serious resources and personnel time to check whether supernatural intelligence matched reality. The program expanded beyond simple remote viewing to include more exotic psychic experiments. Researchers investigated whether psychics could influence enemy equipment through mental concentration or gather intelligence by communicating with Soviet personnel telepathically. The CIA explored using psychic abilities for everything from locating missing persons to predicting enemy military actions. Someone convinced government officials that supernatural powers could revolutionize intelligence gathering if properly developed and deployed. The training facilities resembled something between a meditation center and a military installation. Psychics worked in specially designed rooms with controlled environments while intelligence personnel monitored their sessions. The facilities included equipment for recording psychic impressions and analyzing their potential accuracy. Government contractors developed specialized furniture and environmental controls specifically for enhancing